All right, so now we're reviewing what we went over yesterday. These are our two platforms that we use for level 5 in El Centro. One important thing we learned yesterday: when should we message the whole class and when should we DM the teacher? Who would like to answer that question? Review from yesterday.
Good morning, teacher. Here, Zeneida. This is the application. You say the recording?
Well, Zenaida, go ahead and answer the question. When should we message the whole class and when should we DM the teacher? I think you enjoyed that part of the lesson yesterday.
Oh, sorry. I don't.
Well, it's okay. You volunteered. You can answer the question. No problem, Zenaida. So remember yesterday I gave some funny examples of people sharing too much?
Teacher, I was in the class yesterday.
Okay. Well, then let's get somebody who was.
Me.
Go for it, Juliana.
Juliana,
I'm sorry, with pronouncing the J, right?
Yes, that's fine. Juliana or Juliana?
You're a Portuguese speaker?
No, Spanish.
Okay, so pronouncing the J, I was guessing. Okay. All right.
Teacher, teacher.
Hold on, let Juliana go ahead. Go ahead, Juliana.
Okay, we can send a message from the whole class when, for example, the link of Zoom doesn't work, and we can send a DM message from the teacher when we have a problem, a personal problem.
Exactly. So Juliana, that's perfect. So when we use WhatsApp, be sure not to share. Be careful not to share too much. What does that mean? Don't share too much. Based on what Juliana just said. What is sharing too much?
Teacher.
Student.
Sherlock is more private information about something.
Can you be specific, Vladimir?
Yeah, like unique information for your accident or something.
Correct. Excellent, Volodymyr. So personal information, DM the teacher. General information for class, send the group. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to give an example because there's a good number of people who are here right now who missed class yesterday. I'm going to go back to the WhatsApp web right here, and I'm going to give this example. So let's say I write down here, okay.
Happy New Year, everybody. Oh, my God.
So is this?
Everybody serious, the face. The face is serious. Yacia.
Zenaida, are you going to answer the question, or did you want to share something we need to know?
Sorry, teacher, no.
Okay, so now that I'm circling, yes. So there, should I press send and share this with everybody in the whole group? Lillian, did you want to answer?
I'm sorry, teacher.
Oh, no, I thought you were going to answer. Okay, take a look at what I just wrote there. Should I press send and share with the whole group? Yes or no? Is that information that the whole class needs to know? I should
No.
see some smiling and giggling right now.
No,
No.
Absolutely not.
no.
Nobody needs to know this. In fact, I don't even think the teacher needs to know this. Just say, I'm going to be a few minutes late to class. That's fine. That's fine. So this is personal information. So personal information, you DM, direct message. How do I direct message the teacher? Who could tell me from what we learned yesterday?
Wait,
And that's funny. There's a cat moving in front of Oksana's screen. That's funny.
teacher.
Student,
Hear me, teacher.
are you going to answer the question, or do you have something else that?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
It's I want to enter for the meeting in Zoom in my computer.
Okay, Josephina, we'll work on that in a little bit. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask Oksana to help you. Direct message Oksana, because she just asked me to do the same thing. Now, does anybody have an answer to the question? The question is, how do I direct message?
George,
How do I send a direct message?
George, I'm sorry, George, are you hearing me?
I
Just-
hear you.
Are you
Mhm.
hearing me, George?
Yes.
I don't know how do it because my son come in and do it the Zoom. It's not me. I don't know how do it.
So here's what I'm going to do.
How he do it.
Okay.
It's
All
not.
right.
I don't know how my son do it. It's
I
he
think,
help
all
me.
right. I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to practice listening rather than talking, because every time I ask a question, I get answers that are unrelated to the question. So the question is, how do I send a direct message, a DM on WhatsApp? So what we're going to do to practice this, the question that Josephina asked me is exactly what Oksana wanted to know 10 minutes ago, and Oksana's son helped her with. So Josephina, you are going to learn to direct message Oksana right now. And Oksana, you will call your son to help you instruct Josephina on the break. I'm dead serious. But before we do that, I need somebody to tell me how to direct message someone. How do I send a direct message?
I can.
Go for it, Volodymyr.
Yeah, just like click level 5 and like found your private
Right here. Now remember from yesterday, do I left click or right click? Who remembers? Left click. This is right click.
Yep,
that's
correct.
the
Yep.
drop down menu. So I left click. Very good.
Left click, yep.
There you go. So this is just like, this is what we learned yesterday. And this
Scroll
is all,
down.
you can review it 1,000 times. It's fine. There you go. Yud. Scroll. Who remembers the vocabulary word
Scroll down and like
Scroll down. Now, Josephina, I'm going to send a direct message to Oksana, and then I want you, and then Oksana, I want you to send a direct message to Josephina, okay? Here we go. All right, here we go. These are all the classmates, all the classmates. Now we're looking for Oksana. Oksana, where are you? Oh, there you are, Oksana. Okay, so I'm going to send Oksana a direct message. Watch this. Good morning, Oksana. Please send a message. Please send a message to Josephina and help her open the Zoom link on her PC. You can ask your son for help. I've met your son. He is very handsome. Josephina will be happy. And this is called an emoticon. All right, so I'm sending only Oksana this message. Watch this. Oksana, tell me when you receive the message. You got it?
Yes, I got it.
Now, go ahead and send Josephina a direct message. And then Josephina,
Yes, teacher.
so Oksana, you need to now do the same thing. Send Josephina a direct message. Oksana, are you going to send Josephina a direct message?
This meeting is being recorded.
So Josephina, you should see a message from Oksana.
Oh,
I don't see Osana in the chat. What is
No,
the
no.
link?
No, she'll send you a message on WhatsApp. It'll happen soon, and she'll help you.
Okay,
She'll
okay,
help
okay.
you. You got it. All right. So there we go. Okay. So with WhatsApp, remember to be careful sending personal information to the whole group. Now, Google Classroom, this is where all of our assignments are. And we practiced using the Google Classroom stream yesterday. So I'm going to go to our Google Classroom page. Here we are. And this is our page right here. So I didn't do much with it yesterday when I first started creating it. Denise and I went over some basic information, but I gave you some vocabulary words to study. So I'm going to show you the difference between two features of Google Classroom. So on your Google Classroom page, you have what's called the stream. That's here on the left. This is the stream, and that's general information for everybody. So everyone can see this. That's the Google Classroom stream. And then you have classwork. These are individual assignments that both Denise and I will give you to complete. And I've posted 2 assignments, one for Thursday and one for Monday, that I'll go over with you right here. But what I started using the stream for yesterday was showing you new vocabulary. And several of you did a great job right here. Several of you did a fantastic job interacting with the Google Classroom stream. So yesterday in class, I gave a very simple task, and many of you did a great job. Would anybody like to read? Would anybody like to read these instructions?
Welcome to class, everyone. We will meet on Zoom tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I will send the link to the WhatsApp group. To prepare for class, please study these vocabulary words ahead of time.
Very good, very good. So all these new vocabulary words right here, I gave everybody a task. I said right here, try your best to use one of these new vocab words in a sentence and type the sentence below. Lillian didn't follow the instructions. She just said, hi, teacher. But Lancine did a great job. She used this vocabulary word boisterous. Lancine, are you here right now? Don't think she's here at this particular
Yes, I'm
moment.
here.
Oh, you're here. So yeah, Lancine, you did a great job. So he wrote, "My neighbor is boisterous," because some of the people sitting at your table. Exactly. Does everybody see his body language? Do that again. Yeah. Loud. Boisterous is a way to describe people who are loud and noisy. So he used that new vocabulary word in a sentence. Great job. And Lillian didn't quite get what she was doing. She's telling us personal information. So I'm going to say, that's not what we're using this for now. Remember not to share too much. Smiley face. So Lillian, remember to read first to see what we're doing. Okay.
Okay.
And Juliana, you made a very complex sentence using the word reluctantly. Juliana, would you like to read aloud what you wrote?
Okay. Today in the morning when I was in the train, I asked for one place and someone answered reluctantly.
Very good. Reluctant.
Sorry, what I mean is reluctantly.
Very good. Juliana. Well, actually, before she said, what does it mean? Now I'm going to ask everybody to infer because it's best to, before memorizing the definition. Yesterday, I had everybody take a dictionary out and start memorizing. Let's try something we're going to do a lot in this class. It's called inference. How do we infer? Today in the morning, when I was on the train, I asked for one place and someone answered reluctantly. So
It's guys, sorry, it's guys with not like polite. Yeah, it's like
okay, that's a good guess. Not
Yeah.
exactly polite. Maybe.
Or
Was
hard
that
work,
foolish?
teacher?
Well, I'm gonna give you watch this. Everybody, I'm gonna give you some of you have very reluctant faces. Okay. Now, when I asked Oksana to direct message Josephina, did Oksana want to direct message Josephina, or did she want me to do everything for her? Here's a question. A minute ago, when I said, Oksana, send a direct message to Josephina. Oksana, I've watched my face. Oksana did this with her face.
Teacher, I'm
Yes,
sorry, teacher. Osana have problem with sending me the message me.
okay. No. Now, does she have a problem with it, or is she reluctant to send you the message? Does she have a problem? Now, hear this. Is Oksana reluctant to send a message to Josephina? What do you think, Juliana? Because now we're using that new vocabulary word in context. Because at first, Oksana said, oh, okay, I'll do it. That's reluctant.
Yes.
Juliana's got a smile on her face. Lancine, what do you think?
I think reluctant mean bad vibes. If someone has the bad vibes.
It's not exactly bad vibes. Bad vibes can mean like you really unhappy about you, or you really dislike somebody. Like this is like, I'm gonna give you a face with bad vibes. This is a face with bad vibes. Like
Yeah.
that's bad vibes. Reluctant is this face. That's reluctant. That's reluctant.
It's like a body language.
Well, what's the emotion that's happening? When I ask somebody to learn something new, teacher, I don't know how to do this. You do it for me. No, I can't do it. You do it for me. No, that's reluctant. So how many
Is
of
that
you,
is that confused? No, or bored?
well, everybody here is not confused. Everybody here, English is your second language and you live in America. So very often you probably are reluctant to do certain things. So
I think to discourage.
yes, discouraged is reluctant. So here's a question. Here we go. When you have a problem with something in your home, how many of you call the repair person? Or do you ask your kid to do it? Reluctancy is probably a part of your daily life living in America. It's a cold day. Let's say the heat turns off. What should you do? Get on the phone and call who?
I need a surgery.
You got to call the landlord, or you got to call your, energy provider.
But in my case, I call my landlord. I
And call your
said,
landlord.
yeah, I said, my heat is not functional, and
Exactly.
then
Exactly.
he come with a person for repair it.
Exactly. Now, when you do that, are you speaking English or are you speaking French?
I speak French, I speak Spanish.
When you make that
Even
phone call, are you speaking English, French, or Spanish in this
no,
country?
English, English.
Right. Are you happy to make that call?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, but I speak my landlord speak English. I speak English with him.
No, no, I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you to brag about languages you speak. I'm asking you, are you happy to make that call?
When I'm happy,
Because we're looking at the word reluctant, reluctantly. How many of you speak English when you have to? And how many of you are reluctantly speaking English?
Reluctant.
Tell us,
And
Nancy. Yeah.
you
Give me
look
the situation.
you look to be discouraged.
Discouraged, like, oh no, I have to speak English. What do I say? How do I do this? No, not happening. You know what? I'm just going to put on my coat and I don't want to speak English today. No. That's what reluctantly means. So who can tell me now what reluctantly means in this sentence? Today in the morning, I asked someone for directions and they answered reluctantly. That means were they happy to answer or did they really not want to talk?
He wanna not wanna talk.
Yeah, they didn't want to talk to you. So when somebody speaks to you reluctantly, it means, okay, what? What do you want? That's reluctantly. You're doing something, but you really don't want to do it. That's the definition of reluctant. And that was a good use of that definition right here in Juliana's sentence. So before we go over all these vocabulary words from yesterday, what I'm going to show everybody is the Zoom features, because to play this short game before the break, we're going to have to go over all of our Zoom features. Here we are. So let's take a look at them. So on your screen, you have a toolbar. This is your microphone. So very often I've been muting some people. Your microphone You can mute yourself and unmute yourself. If it's noisy in your background, you want to mute yourself and then unmute yourself after when it's time to share. This is for your camera. So we have, most people have their cameras on. Everybody who has their camera off, try to turn your camera on just to make sure it works. Good job, Odney. Nice work. All right. Now, these features you don't have to worry about. This is just what you allow your device to do. This shows you how many people are taking part in the meeting. This is interesting. It's a poll. I'm going to show you how a poll works. A poll is when I ask a question to everybody and you can answer. So I'm going to show you how to do a poll. I'm going to send everybody a question and you can answer without raising your hand, without shouting it out. So here it is. I'm going to send a poll to everybody. I'm creating a new poll. Give me a moment. And I'm going to ask a question. And I want to see, I'm going to ask a yes or no question.
Oh.
Using one of these new vocabulary words. Here it is. The question is this. Okay. Choice 1 is yes. Choice 2 is no. And I'm going to make this question required. Okay, everybody, here comes the poll. And get ready. Here it comes. I'm launching it. Okay, everybody should see the poll. And you'll have a question to answer yes or no. You can click yes or click no.
I say yes.
Nope, you don't have to tell.
Okay.
That's the point of the poll.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
can click, you don't have to shout out your opinion. Nobody knows who says yes, nobody knows who says yeah, no.
Okay.
So 10 people have answered. I'll give it another 30 seconds. Is anybody reluctant to answer? Get it? Okay, so there are 21 people, so including me, so we need 3 more to answer. 2 more need to answer. I'll leave it up for a moment. Okay, it looks like 2 have not answered. I'm going to end the poll and share the results. This is interesting. Okay. All right, everyone, those are the results. 56% say yes, and 44% say no. Very interesting. All right. Very, very interesting. So that's a poll. Sometimes I'll ask a question and everyone can anonymously, anonymous means without identifying yourself, anonymously answer the question on a poll. So that's how we use the polls. And here is the chat feature. So if you look right here on your toolbar, you'll have a chat. Now, I'm going to ask a question, and I want to try to get everybody to respond by writing in the chat. Here we go. So I'm going to send, and just like WhatsApp, you can direct message people and you can send to the group. So always be careful if knowing who you're sending a message to. So I'm writing it in the chat for the whole group, and I want to see if I can get a response from everybody. Okay, I'm sending the
Teacher,
question now. All right,
yeah.
take a look in the chat. You'll be able to answer. So the chat is this feature right here. This is the chat feature. Get familiar with the chat. Okay, we got one response in the chat, and you can respond to each other. Everybody, make sure you write in the chat. Okay, let's see. So I have 6 responses in the chat right now. Okay, so my question was, why are majority of students reluctant to speak English in class? I'm not sure if everybody can see why I put the chat right there. I blew it up for everybody to see. The question is, why do you think more people in class are reluctant to speak English in their daily lives? And this is where everybody was writing in the chat. I'm not sure if you can everybody see what I just put up here on the screen. I'm not sure if that's projecting. Okay, so we got some interesting answers. I see a lot of people answering the question and a lot of people just sharing unrelated information. Some people are just saying hello. So we're going to practice following simple instructions, writing in the chat. So next up, this is the feature for breakout rooms. We'll do this towards the very end of the first half of class. Actually, no, we'll do this in the second part of class. That's when I split you up into groups. Right now, I'm going to show you how I take attendance. Here we are. So when you take attendance, we make sure we just double check that everyone has their camera on. If you have a problem with your camera, just respond. Or if you're in a situation where you cannot turn your camera on, just please let us know, and that's fine. Otherwise, you should have your camera on focusing. So I am going to take attendance right now based on who I see. So when if I say I don't see somebody, that means I don't see a camera on. So I see Juliana. I see, let's see. Do we have Maylin?
Yes.
Are you Maylin Victoria Baez?
Yes.
Okay, I see Maylin Perry. You're the same person?
Huh? What you say, teacher?
I see a different name and I don't see your camera on. Wait.
No, it's same. Mylene Victoria Baez Marcano.
Maybe who is, hold on a second.
It's saying the name. My
Oh, Maylin, okay. M-A-I-L-I. Maylin Victoria Baez. Okay, somebody joined, has a very similar name. I was making sure. Gotcha. Thank you. All right. Okay, do we have Amadou?
Yes, I'm here, teacher.
Dani? Okay, great. Actually, you're not. You're not here.
I'm here.
Now you're here. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Ibrahima.
Yes,
Saeed.
I'm here.
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Oh, good morning. I'm here.
Yasil. I saw Yasil.
Yes.
Yasil, very, very good note taking yesterday. I was impressed. Nice job. I can tell you are taking notes very meticulously. Really, it means really carefully. Nice job.
Thank you.
Carly, good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
Let's see, where are you? How was your holiday, Carly?
It's good. My holiday, very good, with my family.
Excellent. Cha-Cha, good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
How are you today?
Good, thank you.
Excellent.
And about yourself?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. All right,
Okay.
thank you for asking. Marie, now the Charles.
Yes, teacher.
Let me just make sure I see you. Here we go, Marie.
Yes.
Oh, there you are. There you are. Good to see you, Marie. Always a
Me
pleasure.
too, teacher.
Yeah. We've always met by the coffee area, and now we get
Yes,
class. We've always had small conversations.
that's true.
Yep. Audney, nice reading in the beginning of class today. Am I saying your name right?
Nice to meet you, teacher.
Likewise.
Good to see you.
Yeah, and am I pronouncing your name correctly, Audney?
Excuse.
Okay. If it's not, just correct me. Don't hesitate. Let's see. And I'm checking. I don't see a Jolander. Okay. Olive. Do we have an Olive this morning? I don't see Olive. Okay, Oksana is here. And let's see. Lillian is here. Good morning, Lillian. How's
Good
everything?
morning, teacher.
Good. Yeah. Lillian just recently Lillian, is it okay if I share some exciting news with everybody?
Yeah, it's okay.
Lillian, everybody, please tell Lillian congratulations. A month ago, she just got married. So you can send her a message, a direct message. Congratulations, Lillian. Lancine, good morning. Mikola, how are you, sir?
I'm here.
Excellent.
I'm fine, thank you.
Very good. Okay. We have Olena. Olena? No, Olena, that's fine. Do we have Jeanville? I don't see Jeanville. Josephina, do we have Josephina?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, there you are. Yes, yes,
Good
yes.
morning.
Good morning. Marlene Perry. Do we have Marlene Perry?
Good morning.
Marlene, is your camera working, my dear? Marlene, are you able to turn your camera on? Are you able to, do you know what I'm asking you, Marlene? So Marlene, please turn your camera on. Thank you. Urik, I see you.
Hi, good morning, teacher.
Morning,
Hi,
sir. How are you?
everyone. I'm good, thank you.
Very good. Do we have a Kilvin? No Kilvin. Abdul, how are you? I see you right there.
Yeah, good morning, teacher. I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing okay. I see Volodymyr.
Yeah,
And Vladimir, how's everything?
Everything fine.
Good. Okay, Zeneda.
Hello, teacher.
Hello. Hello. Svetlana. Good morning, Svetlana.
Good morning. Hello, everyone. I'm here.
Excellent. Laura. Do we have Laura? Okay, no Laura. All right, everybody. So now before we take our break, we're going to go over all the Zoom reactions. The one we'll use the most is the hand raising emoji. So these are reactions right here. If you go to your reactions tab, you'll be able to raise your hand and lower your hand, give a thumbs up when you agree, send a laughing emoji. Very, very important tools in big meetings, particularly if you work in a company where there's a lot of people at the same time. Think of this as training for a job where you have to attend video chats with lots of people in a big company. And that's what we're practicing for right now. So what I'm going to show everybody right now is how to find your reactions tool, okay? Everybody go to your reactions tool and share in a reaction. It could be a hand-raising reaction. It could be anything. Because I'm sharing my screen, I actually am not able to use my reaction tool at this particular moment. But everybody, there we go. Lillian is using her hand-raising emoji. Very good. Everyone show a reaction, please. Go to your reactions tool, show any one of these. Play with it. Very good, Svetlana. Very good, Zeneda. Nice. Nice work. Okay, Lillian's got the hand raising down. Very good, Marie. Very good, Josefina. Very good, Ibrahima. Nice work, Otni. Thank you, Lillian. Thank you, Juliana. Okay, so for this vocabulary review exercise, we're going to use only our reactions. Now, everyone's going to stay muted. I'm going to make sure everyone is muted. Nobody can shout out the answer. I'll speak the answer, but you have to be the first to raise your hand. So nobody shouts out the answer, just use your reactions tool, okay? So here we are. I'm going to go over the vocabulary we studied yesterday. There it is. That's what I put on the Google Classroom page. And I'm going to give you a definition. When I give you the definition, give me a hand-raising emoji or a thumbs up or any reaction. Okay? So I will speak the definition and you want to give your reaction to answer. Here we go. The process of examining or inspecting something carefully. The process of examining or inspecting something carefully. When you know, use a hand-raising emoji or a thumbs up, any one of the reactions tools. Juliana.
The word is preceded.
Which one?
Preceded. Precede? No.
Nope. Good guess though. Nope. examining or inspecting something carefully. So we know it's not precede. Precede means before. Volodymyr.
I think it's like surveilling.
Correct. Correct. Ding, ding, ding. All right. Volodymyr got it. And he's the first one up on the board. So examining or inspecting something carefully, surveying. So gathering of information, that could be a survey as well. All right. The state of being free within a society. The state of being free within a society. Yes.
Liberty.
Liberty, correct. Good. Oh, wait, was that Amadou?
No.
Right. Amadou, you raised your hand first. Go ahead, Amadou. She already gave you the right answer. Amadou, you want to unmute yourself here?
Yes, I said liberty.
You did? Okay. All right.
I didn't know my micro was off.
No problem. All right, so liberty. So yep, this is practice both reviewing the vocab from yesterday and also using these reaction features. All right. There we go. And I haven't done proceed yet, but so we got Amadou on the board, Volodymyr on the board. Okay. To a great degree, abundance, extreme or extravagant. Abundantly, extremely, extravagantly, excessively. These are all synonyms of this word. Okay, well, who's got their hand up? Yasil.
Perfunctory.
Did you say profusely?
Yeah.
Profusely is correct. And it sounds very similar to perfunctory. It's profusely. Here's a use of that. Does anybody like to go to the gym and sweat or go for a long run and sweat a lot and your shirt is soaked in sweat? People say, I'm sweating profusely. It's a common use of that word in American English. Let's see. Next up. Unwilling, hesitant, or unenthusiastic. A word we learned all today. Unwilling, unenthusiastic, unwilling, or unenthusiastic. Mikola.
Reluctantly.
Very good, Mikola. Yes, reluctantly. Excellent job. All right. Next up, let's go for to take place before. To take place before.
Proceed.
Remember to raise your hand. Yasil, you have your hand up.
President.
Correct. Proceed.
Proceed.
Yep. Excellent job. Whoops, sorry. Capital Y. Okay, very good. I think I'm going to do 2 or 3 more of these. To put together or to build. To put together or to build. Remember to use your react. Amadou, yes.
Assembled.
Assembled, correct. Amadou, very good. I forgot the H at the beginning of your name earlier. Sorry about that. Let me correct that. There it is. All right. Okay, so assembled, we got Amadou, and let's do 2 more of these. noisy, loud, rambunctious. That is Juliana.
Boisterous.
Correct. Excellent job. All right, last one here, last one. A tradition that is performed regularly within a culture. A tradition performed regularly within a culture. Mikola.
Ritual.
Ritual, very good, correct. Very good, excellent. All right, this was very impressive, everybody. So yesterday, how do you feel after taking notes yesterday, looking at all these challenging vocabulary words, thinking, how am I going to remember all these? You actually did pretty good. Very impressive, everybody. So nice work. So imagine we've got 5 months this semester. We're starting now in January. We finish up right about the end of May, January, February, March, April, May. So we've got, let's think about the next 5 months. We've got a few breaks in between. Imagine how much vocabulary you're going to have in your brain between now and May. So if we keep working at this pace each week, you're going to build a lot more vocabulary words, and you're going to be a lot more confident speaking English, using English in your daily life. So I hope that gets everybody excited. All right, time to take our break. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. You can walk away from your screen, do what you need to do. And I'm going to stop recording with me. Okay, so just you can watch, my camera's on, so you can watch the way my mouth moves. Here we go. Skepticism. And you can repeat, skepticism.
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 Panic-stricken.
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 Mockery.
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 Senseless.
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 Astonished.
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 Oh, I added senseless twice. Hollow.
Hollow.
Hello. Hello.
Hollow.
Hello.
Hello.
Gracious.
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 Opaque.
Fake.
Opaque.
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 Begrudge.
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 Ruble.
Robe.
Ruble.
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 Probability.
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 Gloomy.
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 Reptiles.
Reptiles.
Reptiles. Saint Martin.
Saint Martin.
Saint Martin.
Saint
Martin.
Very good, very good. Okay, now some of these, I'm going to give 2 of these right now to you. Saint Martin is an island in the Caribbean. Ruble is a unit of currency in Russia. And they're both mentioned in the story that we're going to start reading on Thursday. So I'm going to give you another resource. Yesterday, I showed you how to use the voice typing feature on Google Docs. And for those who were not here yesterday, I'll actually go over that. So when you open up a blank Google document, I think this is the one I was using yesterday. These are the words I had everybody practice with. You can go to a blank Google Doc. So I take any one of those vocabulary words from that list. Let's say opaque, opaque. It's a
Opaque.
tough one.
Opaque.
So how do I do that? O-P-A-Q-U-E. And then I want to know, am I really saying it correctly? So let's go to tools. We go down to voice typing and I left click speak. And I allow while using the site.
Opaque. Opaque.
Opaque.
Opaque.
There you go. So that's what we did in class yesterday. We're going to practice doing this a lot throughout the semester. And I want everybody to get familiar with using speech to text. But here's another. When you do a search, I gave you paper dictionaries to read in class. You can also just use a dictionary online and watch what happens. If I go to dictionary.com and I put a word in, let's say I put this word in, opaque. Watch what this feature right here will also teach me the pronunciation. So I can get, I can get the definition I want. I can see synonyms, but I can also practice my pronunciation here.
Opaque, 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 opaque.
And I can also change the accent if I want. Well,
opaque.
Oh, it looks like they didn't have.
Opaque. Opaque.
There was once the site that I was looking for will actually show you how to shape your mouth. Hold on a second. Mute one person. There it is. Okay. So I had to mute one person. Okay. If I go back, I think it's actually Oxford or Webster's.
Opaque, opaque, opaque.
Actually, I think it was Google. You put the word into Google. There it is. This is the resource I wanted to tell you about. Here we go.
Opaque.
There it is. You see how Google's dictionary, if I'm going to blow this up. So this is one of the Google tools that you can use on your own. So you see a new word, you just put it into a Google search bar and it will give you the sound. You can click on the audio.
Opaque. Opaque.
But what if you don't know how to make the shape in your mouth? Click right here.
Opaque. Opaque.
And then you can speak back into the device. It will record you. And you can slow it down as well.
Opaque.
And speed it up.
Opaque.
And this is what I was talking about with the accents. You see, it's giving you the American accent, and I can switch to British English if I like.
Opaque. Opaque. Opaque.
So these are great tools that you can do on your own. And you see how it's asking me to give permission to use the microphone on my computer. So I read, don't click before you read. I notice a lot of people are just clicking blindly. Read first. Okay, I want to give this permission to use my microphone. I'm going to practice. Opaque. Sounds like I said opaque. Good job. So this will give you feedback on your pronunciation. We're going to go over this again on Thursday, but I want to continue to show you these tools. They're free and they're very, very useful. They're very, very easy. So when you get stuck with the pronunciation of very tough words, this will help you. So I hope you find that useful. All you got to do is go to any one of these online resources, practice the pronunciation from any dictionary resource. That one was a Google dictionary. There's dictionary.com, Oxford, Webster's. Every time I give you a vocabulary list, practice the pronunciation, practice putting them into sentences, and then when you start reading, you're a lot more confident and comfortable. So here we have the Google Classroom stream, but the classwork side, you'll notice that I put 2 assignments. The first one is a vocabulary game, and we'll be doing this in class. This will be a lot of fun. You open right here, and it will be a quiz with 7 or 8 of these words. So it'll be a matching game. So I made this one. One of these words I actually had a typo. I spelled it wrong. I got to fix it. Anybody see which word I spelled wrong? Don't worry about it. So this is a matching game we'll do together. And I'll show everybody how to attach a screenshot. So when I said, when you are finished, attach a screenshot, that'll be a new skill for Thursday. So that's one thing we're going to do. And here is the story itself. Okay, so there's 3 attachments for an assignment due Monday, January 13th. Here is a worksheet. The assignment says, after studying the vocabulary and reading the story in class, please follow the instructions on the worksheet attached. So this is the worksheet. You open up the worksheet. These are the instructions. We'll go over this in class, don't worry. But after reading the story together, you write a short paragraph or 2, 60 to 100 words, giving your answer to the question. And then I'll show you how to submit it before Monday. Here is the story. And I'm going to show everybody to finish class right now how you can use both the PDF file to read, and you can use this audio file to help you. So the story is about Ivan Dmitrich and his wife Masha, and they live in Romanov-era Russia. That's over 100 years ago, before the Soviet Union. And they believe that they may have won the lottery. And Ivan his dreams take over. His fantasy about what to do with the money just takes over. So I'm going to just show right here just the beginning. Do I have a volunteer to read the very beginning of the text? Anybody? You can use your hand raising emoji.
I can
I
start.
can teacher to read.
Lansine has his hand up. He was the first. Remember, use the reaction feature. Lansine, go for it. Ivan Dmitrich. And move the microphone a little bit far from your mouth so you hear your breath.
Okay.
Go for it.
Ivan Dmitrich, a middle-class man who lived with his family an income of 1,200 a year and was very well satisfied with his lot. Sat down in the sofa after supper and began reading the newspaper. If I forgot to look at the newspaper today, his wife said to him as she cleared the table, look and see whether the list of drawing is here. Yes, it is, said Ivan Dmitrich, but hasn't your ticket expired? No, I booked in on Tuesday. What is the number? 39,499. Number 26. All right, we will look 9,499 in 26.
Very good, very good. So you can read this on your own, but maybe if you want to listen at the same time as you read, here's something, here's a resource you can do. Notice how I'm going to minimize this. I can open a separate tab on my screen.
The Lottery Ticket
And this video has somebody reading it aloud.
by Anton Chekhov. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the recording by Andrew 1200 a year .org. Recording by Andrew Macbeth. The Lottery Ticket by Anton Chekhov. Ivan Dmitrich, a middle-class man who lived with his family on an income of 1200 a year.
So exactly the same story. If you would rather listen to process the story while you read or read on your own, do whatever works best for you. And Thursday, we'll read this together in class and break apart the vocabulary and discuss everything and then go over the vocabulary game that I've showed you. So we don't have class tomorrow, but if you get really excited and you want to get a head start for Thursday, go crazy. Just dive into the story, start reading, practice those vocabulary words, and then when you come on Thursday, you're ready and really excited, and we'll have a great class. So that is it. Any questions for me? Any questions at all?
La Cine,
Was that Zeneda?
La Cine a question.
No questions? Yep, we're pretty much done.
You have the hand.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, some people still have their hands up because they wanted to read, but Lansine had his hand up first, so he won. He read. That's it. So we'll pick it up on Thursday. We'll read the story. And now I'm going to guess. Mikola, Vladimir, Oksana, growing up, did you read this story in another language?
What kind of language?
Well, Svetlana has read this. Yeah, Svetlana, what language did you read this in when you were growing up? Oh, unmute yourself. We couldn't hear you. Unmute yourself. Your microphone is off.
My favorite writer is Anton Chekhov, and my native language is Russian.
Okay, perfect. So I had a feeling often when I have students from Eastern Europe or most students from any European country, there is a chance they've read this, or Americans who've studied theater. There's a chance they've read something from this author before. So very often, because it's classical literature over 100 years ago, you're going to be, Svetlana, is this your first time reading the English translation of this story?
Yes, I never read in English Chekhov.
Yeah, so this is going to be she knows the story, but this is her first time reading the English version of the story. So Svetlana's read the Russian version, and now she's going to be processing the English version. So this is going to be really exciting. In your mind, you're going to be like, what? That's not the way they say it. Oh, it's the English translation. So this will be kind of fun for you to work through it. Has anybody else read this story in another language? Anybody read it in French or Spanish or Portuguese? Okay, so that's it. It's a really fun story. I enjoy teaching this because there's a lot of really great humor in its writing, and it's very short, and some of the vocab is challenging, but once you understand it, it's a really enjoyable story. It's a very human story that everybody can relate to, and it's a story of desire and temptation and secrets within a family. It's great. You'll love it. All right, that is it. I will see you on Thursday.